Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunters of the playbook. Bring you an NFL matchup, interconference matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Now you look at the Bills come to this game offensively, continue to spread out this cover 2 defense of the Minnesota Vikings. Again, we talk about every week, when you play a cover 2 style defense, you widen out your offense. That's going to widen out that pressure. That's going to force these guys bigger zones to cover, in which they struggle in pass coverage due to the Minnesota Vikings. And you guys also have the passing game to attack teams vertically. So spread these guys out and continue to work your offense. You guys do exceptionally well operating out of the spread. You guys run well from the gun and also throw well from spread formation. So that's one thing you want to do. Keep that pressure on that Vikings defense by spreading it out, force these guys into bigger zones to cover, and watch how effective you can throw the football on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, defensively, what you want to do, you guys have to get aggressive against the run. You guys have made improvements. However, the Steelers were still able to run the football down your throat. You have to get nasty against the run. Stopping the run is an attitude. It's not more about technique. It's more about attitude. You got to want to stop the run, just like you got to want to run the football. So you guys got to want to stop the run this week. The Vikings have some big guards. They're going to try to lean on you guys and utilize a lot of combo blocks. So you guys have to beat these guys to the point of attack in the run game in order to make these guys backed up situations and force Favre to show that he still has a propensity to beat you with his arm. But load up, stop the run, get nasty on the run game, want to stop the run, and watch how effective you guys can play coverage on these Vikings wide receivers. Now you look at the Minnesota Vikings coming to this game. One thing that impressed me about the Vikings, they lost Adrian Peterson early in the matchup, which in most cases will prove to be detrimental. But the fact is that they came into the game with a solid game plan. They had Toby Gerhart. They didn't take anything away from Gerhart. They gave him the ball as if he was Adrian Peterson. If Peterson is going to be back there healthy, now you see what we've been crying for all year. Get these guys more carries, Gerhart, because he's also a talented runner, second in the Heisman voting. So you want to utilize a little bit more balance this week as far as like splitting carries with Gerhart and Peterson, if Peterson is not going to 100%. Now, if he's 100%, then yes, Peterson gets the bulk of the carries. But you want to see more Gerhart in this matchup, especially in different two-back formations, just like Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen used to do back in the day with the Raiders. They can block for each other. They can also effectively make a defense have the game plan for both sides of the field, because each half gives you something different with both guys on the side. So you want to get more two-back sets with Gerhart and Peterson. Also offensively, you guys make sure when playing the Buffalo Bills, don't give up on the game plan. If the Bills stop the run on one series, don't give up on it and try to get pass happy, because trust me, they still have some leakage in that run defense department. So you can lean on these guys a little bit in the run game. Also utilize your tight ends in the blocking aspect to shorten that pressure zones for the Buffalo Bills in the run game. Now, defensively, when you look at playing the Buffalo Bills, your cornerback and safeties have to compete. The Bills will put pressure on you throughout the game in the passing game. If you guys can't get pressure on the front four, Jared Allen and Edwards and company, you guys are going to be dead in the water, because the Bills can attack you guys vertically and make plays consistently in the passing game. So one thing that's important, if you're going to give yourself a chance to beat the Buffalo Bills, stay up on these wide receivers, get a bump on these wide receivers, and allow your defensive pressure to get that half a second to get to Fitzpatrick, because if Fitzpatrick has time in the pocket, it's going to be a long day in Minnesota. I'm going with the Vikings in this game. I think right now what the Vikings are going to do against the Buffalo Bills, they're going to shrink this game by trying to run the football and take away the time of possession of the Buffalo Bills. So you look for a lot of carries for either Peterson or Gerhart or both, because they're going to run the football a lot this week. They're going to operate off play action. They're not going to try to get into a passing game against the Buffalo Bills, because that's what the Bills want to do. And this is going to be a close game, because the Bills are a talented team. Right now, they're 1 or 2 players away from being explosive, but offensively, they can compete with anybody, and they're in every football game. So if the Vikings don't come in and take care of business, they can find themselves on the losing end of the stick. But playing at home, I think the Vikings will get this matchup because of their ability to run the football with some consistency. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.